Welcome to August 6th, 2026. The Singularity has broken ground in Grimes County, Texas. SpaceX confirmed Terafab, a logic, memory, and packaging plant under one roof, opening at $16.8 billion and 3,000 jobs, scaling to 100 million square feet and 1 terawatt a year of AI compute for Earth and orbit. Musk promises the largest and most valuable building on Earth by far, and it will be stunningly beautiful. It would be 5 times larger than today's largest building, with ASML already writing the demand into 2027 plans. The rationale is scarcity. America has 0 high-volume memory fabs, and incumbent best cases fall short. Output splits roughly 25% to Optimus, 75% to AI spacecraft, making the county the second Grimes to bear Elon's children. As one put it, Grimes will be manufacturing the trillion silicon mine children of Elon in Texas that will colonize the stars. Someone traced the footprints to scale onto a photo of the site. It is big, very big. Everyone routes around the memory wall. AMD bought Toronto's Talas, which etches weights into silicon rather than HBM, after a 6-nanometer chip served Llama 3.18b at almost 17,000 tokens a second, each chip locked to one model until respin. NVIDIA is weighing the blunter fix, less memory in Rubin Ultra than planned, across 3 test builds. Casting a mind in silicon means picking the right one. Meta's Muse Spark 1.2 hit 54 on the Intelligence Index, its third release in 4 months. Agentic work up 260 ELO to 1,631 past Opus 4.8, landing it on the cost per task frontier at 6 points below Claude Opus 5 at approximately 1/6 of the cost. OpenAI gave GPT 5.6 Sol tighter answers, fewer errors, and an effort slider, and made Luna the free default with a think button. The bigger swing is Astra, reportedly its largest pre-train since GPT 4.5, dogfooding as Mu4. It all trains on judgment sold by the pound, and the labeling shops serving American labs and federal buyers also sell datasets and rubrics to Tencent, ByteDance, Alibaba, and Ant, a $500 million trade with almost none of the scrutiny aimed at chips. Weights are policed, taste is not. Agents are settling into a standard shape. Ahead of GPT-5's first birthday, OpenAI published agent plugins, a vendor-neutral spec packing skills and MCP servers into bundles any client loads, steered by Amazon, Cursor, Microsoft, and Vercel. Portability cuts both ways, so Suno issued principles for identifying its songs elsewhere, with watermarking, fingerprinting, and a downloads policy curbing streaming uploads. The interface goes ambient. OpenAI's first device with Johnny Ive is reportedly a displayless donut hockey puck sized, with a camera, mics, and moving parts for personality. $300 to $400 in 2027. Someone funds all this. Alphabet sold $25 billion of bonds into $115 billion of peak demand, days after its first ever negative free cash flow and CapEx guidance of $195 to $205 billion. Kansas City Fed's Jeff Schmid warns the financing could create a systemic problem and asks if AI is becoming too big to fail. The fuel mix shifts too. U.S. imports of Saudi crude hit 0 in July, the first empty month since 1985, as the Iran conflict shut the Gulf and refiners pivoted to Venezuela. The threat model now includes the payroll. Anthropic will pay up to $305,000 for an insider risk investigator to interview its own staff and hunt exfiltration in its logs, nation-state tradecraft preferred. Biology has become a compile target. In science, King et al. Used genome language models to design whole phages, yielding 16 functional genomes whose cocktail beat bacteria already resistant to a natural phage, a first at genome scale. Legacy medicine is catching up. The FDA approved Moderna's mFlusiva, the first U.S. mRNA flu shot, 27% better than a standard dose and rematchable to a new strain in 2 to 3 months, not 6. Penn's engineered LabLab bean gum cut HPV by 93% in patient saliva via its FRIL protein, and a protogrin variant erased 2 periodontal pathogens in 1 dose, sparing good bacteria. The better a drug works, the bigger its aftermarket. A Korean firm is preparing an injectable booster of donated human fat to refill the faces GLP-1s deflated. The network is being rebuilt without towers. SpaceX will bolt femtocells onto existing Starlink dishes, gateways, and superchargers, using EchoStar's 65 MHz backhauled over the same link, so phones reach rooftops, not leased towers, by late 2027. The atmosphere is yielding too. DeepMind's WeatherNext set the state-of-the-art on cyclone track, intensity, and wind structure, buying an extra day of lead time, a decade of progress, now open source. Scale that up and the planet is the project. A new paper prices mega-engineering fixes for 7 long-run threats, from rising solar luminosity to the end of tectonics, keeping Earth habitable for 9.1 million billion years, longer still if you lift mass off the sun, making home the better bet. Better to lighten the sun than to rage against the dying of the light.